This is perfect. Good morning.
Buddy boy, you're late.
Yes.
I already got some footage.
Dude.
Just like an intro. So
Nice.
we're gonna be hitting a leg day today, guys. Got 225 on the bar right now. 40% 1 rep max. The other video I said 50%. That was wrong. We're supposed to throw chains on it, but we don't got chains right now. So we're just gonna make do with what we got. And then we're gonna hit some other just accessory lifts, and then that's gonna be good for the day. Me and Seth were up late last night, hanging out. So great conversations. That's what we do here in Action Academy. We're just, broing down, making mills, and lifting heavy weights. That's what we're doing. So
My head hurts.
Oh yeah,
so
dude.
bad.
I already had to drink like some water, dude. Like a shit ton of water, actually.
I brought that with me.
Yeah.
So how many sets have you done? Have you already warmed up?
Yeah, I'm warmed up. This is set 3. I just completed set 3, so
Sweet.
2 more of this, and then we're gonna keep on moving. I actually got the workout here, so we're gonna be doing just go from pre-squat to I don't think we got a trap bar. Yeah, so we're just gonna hit a normal deadlift.
Nice.
Bulgarian split squats and then glute ham declines. We're gonna figure that one out. So we can get creative, and that's what we do in the Ludus. Your lifting situation isn't always going to be optimal, but we're going to make it work no matter what. So,
Like it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, dude. Here we go. All right.
Hamstrings are the one of the most undertrained muscle groups, and so if there's ever a weakness, when you're hitting it on squat, when you're hitting it on dead. That's when you can really cause some major injury. So you want to make sure you're always hitting your hams as good as you can, because if you don't, something's going to pop and you can't lift anymore.
Oh, we are in Cabo, so we work out without shirts on, man. We are 5 steps to the beach.
I'll have to get it. I don't got a necklace. I'll have to figure that out, rig it up.
So with back squat, I think I saw you you're like a low bar guy.
Yeah.
So I'm very much high bar.
Okay.
I haven't really figured out low bar yet.
Yeah, so neither are wrong. There's different ideas on all of them. High bar, you can get lower. You can get past that 90, and you can really train through a good range of motion.
Yeah.
When you're hitting the low bar, it's with how the physics of it works and how the angles work. But low bar, you can load more maximally, but you're going to be limited on that range of motion. You're going to hit that 90 degrees. So it's all in how you want to train and what you're trying to hit.
So if you had to teach a low bar squat in 30 seconds, how would you do it? All
right. So I always use these as a good guide. I want to get as wide as possible. With my hands, and you get directly under the center, and then when you feel your posterior delts kind of catch them, right? And if you don't have posterior delts, or if they're almost non-existent, essentially this right here, right? So this is going to catch, and it kind of serves as a shelf. You can also use this bony part as well if you need to. That was how I first started learning, because that was easier for me to figure out. So you're gonna get in here, get your position, you're gonna lock everything in, flex your core, stand up, and depending on what you're doing for that day, you're gonna, I gotta put more weight on this.
It's gonna be light. Yeah, that's light. Warming up.
Depending on what you're doing that day, high bar, low bar, whatever you're doing, if you got chains, if you got bands, everything's different, and there's not one right thing. So you got to do what works for you, and you got to find that out. And that's why it's always good training with, the boys, training with a coach, because they can spot these things for you, and they can help you get that better form, so that you don't injure yourself. We're always looking out for each other in the gym. so that we don't injure ourselves.
So you give like a visual example here.
Yeah. So,
Right, so it's right here on the.
Yep. So I got it locked in on my posterior delts and the across my scapula. Right. I'm flexing my lats down. I'm bracing my core. Expand your legs, and then I like getting wide as I can, at least to an area that feels comfortable. And you're gonna go down, right? But now see my range of motion here stops because my hips stop, my bony parts stop. So I can get past that 90, but it's gonna really hurt. And so I'll just rep these out. So just to show you the difference between high bar and low bar now, I'll deload it because that was my last set. But high bar, so you saw that my hips, they stopped that movement. Your bony structure stopped that movement. Now
I can see right here where the bar was sitting on your back.
Yeah. So now if I go high bar, right, almost the same setup, I'm gonna get high up into my traps. You wanna make sure that you never load it on your, what is it, C7 vertebrae. It's that bony area that when you bend your head forward, it's gonna hit there. Don't break your back literally for this. So you're gonna, same setup, hit it high, and now you see, I can get a little more narrow, but when I'm going down, that's not gonna limit me.
Right.
And so if you wanna ever talk about knees over toes, my knees are over my toes. Right? So I can get way lower and train at a more range of motion, but I can't lift more weight, right? This is strictly for training the range of motion. Now, when there's other things too. Don't get me wrong. Don't quote me on all this stuff I'm lifting while I'm talking.
There's nuance.
But depending on what your hip mobility looks like, that's why I said in the first set, get wide, right? Because if your feet are narrow and facing forward, even with no weight, this is where my bony features stop my body from moving. Whereas if now I spread my legs, I can get way lower while keeping good form. This is a low bar example. And you can get that depth that you need to train through that full rep. So
nice.
I know that was longer than 30 seconds.
That's all you need though. You can chop that down as much as you want.
Okay.
As much as you need to. You're done squatting or no?
I'm done.
Dang, brother. I'm that late? I'm just
well, I mean, it's 7:30. Shit. Yeah, so we got to speed this up.
Are you, what else are you doing?
You got deadlifts?
I'm just going to take my mic off. I don't even need this one.
Deadlifts. And then Bulgarian split squats, and then glute ham decline, which we're probably not going to hit. Oh, there is a plate over there. All right.
What do you got right here? What is this thing?
That's the Ludus Bag, man.
Yes, surprisingly really light.
Oh, you haven't seen this?
No, I've never. This is my first time touching it, dude.
Are we recording?
Yeah, let's run a clock, brother.
You want to mic up? You want to
I'll throw it on.
get a reaction?
Actually, I have this one. I should put it back over there.
Wait.
That's exactly what I just said. This is for the one that's in my phone. That's
okay.
Actually, these are Bill Jacks from
okay.
that are in my phone.
How do you know?
I'll put it next to the.
Okay, I'll put mine away.
I'll literally just say the exact same thing
okay.
I just said.
Yeah.
Here, ready? Watch. Oh. What's this bad boy?
It's the Ludus Bag, man.
Bro, that's surprisingly light.
Yeah.
Like it looks durable as shit.
Oh, it is.
What do
Yep.
we got?
Yeah,
Ooh, it's not Velcro either, bro.
No, not Velcro.
Oh,
We wanted to make it durable. We wanted
that's
it to,
sick.
you know, handle the rough and tumble.
So what do you got in here?
Fold that baby out. It's right here.
Oh, let's see this thing, dude.
Yeah, so this is made specifically for powerlifters and strongmen.
That's awesome, bro.
And so that folds out all the way. And then
you got these little compartments
rip that
and stuff. These are Velcroed in too, so it's dude. So when you were like, you showed me like the website images of this.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
We got to redo the
Velcro
images.
in.
We got to redo the images because
I thought they were like just kind of in there.
No, they Velcro in, and you know, I got it set up in 2 different ways. You can either do them long ways or sideways.
Yeah.
Either ways works. Each bag comes with 4 pouches, so you can put, you know, powerlifters and strongmen. We got a lot of equipment we got to bring to the gym. We got bands, wrist straps, knee wraps, belts, chalk, change of clothes, lifting shoes if you got them, and so this keeps everything organized. And then if that's a pouch of dirty clothes, you know, you can just throw it straight into the washer and it'll get washed.
With the bag?
With the bag. Yeah, the whole bag can go in the washer.
You don't even have to take it out. You can just take your sweaty clothes.
And that's why we got the mesh. We wanted the mesh on it so it could breathe. You can put your clothes in. I would recommend taking them out.
Dude. Right, yeah.
Yeah, just get a bit of a wash. But
that's awesome,
yeah, dude, I wanted it to be durable for the people because, you know, we got some tough workers out here.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure they're taken care of so that, you know, they can go, and if they're on the road for their job and then they want to hit a lift after work, that's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah.
I had this shitty backpack and I just couldn't keep all my stuff in it, dude. I had like 3 changes of clothes. I had my meals. I had my protein. I had, you know, everything, and it just wasn't working out. Couldn't find anything like it on the market, so I just created it.
So that's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So you have 4. Like you have 4 smaller bags inside the larger bag.
Yeah.
And you also have, I mean, it's like a duffel, right? You got these bad boys.
Yep.
On the side.
Yeah.
Am I missing anything? I mean, first.
There's a front pocket.
Dude, I'll even say on top of that, I have an Adidas bag.
Yeah.
Right? This shit's made out of plastic.
Yeah.
It's snapped.
This is a very common area that always breaks.
Because I loaded it up
on
like
duffel bags.
I filled it up with stuff like it's supposed to be, and shit freaking.
So we wanted to reinforce this a lot. And
everything's my bad.
And no worries. And we wanted to test it, gave it to my soldiers. They beat the hell out of it. And then when we were at the Arnold's, I ended up putting my girlfriend in it. She weighed 135.
Yeah.
And we picked it up from both sides. And no pops, nothing broke.
We freaking should have brought this over here for that. But.
Yeah.
So I know for my Adidas bag, I'm not affiliated with this company whatsoever. I mean, Trevor's my guy. He's a super cool dude, but I don't make any money from this. So these right here, I have an Adidas bag, and these I filled up my bag like you're supposed to, right? You fill it up with stuff that you need to, you know, travel with or whatever it may be, work out, travel. And this thing snapped because it was made out of plastic. Where this is metal, dude. You said, what'd you do with your girlfriend?
We put her in the bag. Just threw her in the bag. She was 135, and then we picked it up from both ends. I got a picture. We could throw it in like the clip or whatever we're doing with it. And so yeah.
Dang, dude.
So, and I wanted to have something that I could swear by. You know, I want to make sure that, you know, anybody who gets this is taken care of, and that's kind of what we want to do in our whole company. We want to make sure that, you know, anybody who is working with us, doing anything with us, is taken care of. You know.
And you talked about some military background, yeah? So that was a big influence?
Yeah, it was.
Expand on that?
Yeah, so I had an hour drive into base each day, and you know, you got to hit PT at 6:30. So I was waking up at like 4:30 and packing everything up and getting on there. And anybody who's watching this who's living that life, you guys know. And so go to PT. You got to have a change of your OCPs. Now you change into your boots. You got to have your hygiene stuff so that you're showering on base. Then you go throughout your workday. You need breakfast, lunch at minimum. You know, unless you want to spend money on post. And then any protein you need throughout the day, you know, if you're trying to, you know, really hit your calories right. Then come back from work, you got to hit your lift again. And so I needed more gym clothes because I wasn't going to lift in my PTs. I'm not doing that. And so I had to have my gym clothes. I had like 3 pairs of shoes, you know, to include my boots. And so it was just so much stuff. And that can apply for, you know, nurses, tradesmen, anybody, like any job title, you know, there's many people out there in the world that are doing this lifestyle right now.
It feels very blue collar.
It's very blue collar. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And so, being that it's blue collar, I wanted something that, you know, I could throw in my truck and get it taken care of. Right. I didn't want to have to worry about it breaking. That was the last thing that I wanted to worry about. And so we just came up with it, dude, and we wanted to make it rough and tumble.
And that's how you came up with the Ludus brand, man.
Hell yeah, man.
That's sweet.
Hell yeah.
It's awesome. Really awesome story.
Thank you.
And so now it's 7 a.m. in Cabo, and we're hitting a workout.
Hell yeah. All right.
That was a really good segment, by the way.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. You can pull a lot of shit from that.
Okay.
This is gonna hurt.
And that's the thing is, like, I don't like being salesy.
Well, it's just authentic. Just be yourself.
Yeah. And like that is truly like what we're doing and what we've got going on.
My back is not going back into place.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that. Oh.
Good?
Yeah, my back is fucked.
Don't push it, man.
Yeah, no, that shit hurt.
You don't want to fuck around with your back.
I need a chiropractor. Oh. Yeah, that sucks. Oh. Now I'm back in that stage of like, yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, fuck it, I'll just film you.
Okay.
For me. Yeah.
45%, 1 rep mat conventional deadlift, straight bar, do 10 for 2 for speed, 45.
10 for 2, what does that mean? 10 sets of 2?
10 sets of 2, yeah.
Dang, dude.
Yeah. Well, it'll go fast. It's for speed. So I'm just gonna. It's early. I'm tired. We'll see it. You know, 2:15 can happen for like the first set. We'll go to 3:15, and then we'll just probably stay there and see how that goes. I'm just gonna keep it in the rack just for ease and speed.
Nice.
All right. Well, Seth, I don't think my audience knows, you know, what you got going on. You got some.
Nobody cares what I do. We're here for you. I got my following.
What's that?
I'll say hi.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? My name is Seth. Good friend of Trevor's. I have a following of about 1 million. Playing guitar, acoustic guitar. That's kind of what I do. I used to be a pro athlete, and now I do music, engineering, and hang out with Trevor. So I'm helping him out with his brand. Just get his backstory. Social media is just be authentic. So that's what we're doing here. And he's got a super awesome brand. He's got an awesome. His bag it makes sense, which is why I love it so much. And so that's why we're here. This dude, look at this guy. He's just he stopped, but he just the weight's moving like it's nothing.
It's speed weight, man. So this is what we do. Dude, it was so fun. You know, we want to get it going this year. We want to buy a gym, but in Texas we had a garage gym, just lifting with the boys after work. And this is what we would hit. Is there another 45 around here?
There's one underneath. There's 2 right here, and there's one underneath.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's not a 35.
Yeah.
It's 45.
Yeah. So
I would help you, but I'm a cameraman today.
Yeah.
I don't know where that foam roller went, but I think it was in the other building.
Should I talk about, like, you know, What is the Ludus?
Yeah,
What-
I would do a lot of like very authentic, easy backstory type stuff.
Okay.
So here's the thing. First off, you just loaded 315. Like you went 225 and you go, yeah, I'm going to do 315 next.
Yeah.
For me, I'm going 225, 55, 75, 315. You just, dude.
Yeah. You get used to it. You get used to it.
You're good. No, you're
No.
good. What are you working up to?
What am I working up to? Who knows? I do want to compete in 2024. It'll be my first competition, so we're just gonna see how that goes. But I do want to get on the competition train. Just I end up, I want to. Well, I don't want to make any excuses, but I'm trying to handle my workload first and get the Ludus to really take off, and then I can look at competing. But my main priority is I want to get reach to that audience and grow that following, grow that brand awareness. So that's been a long journey.
Yeah, I like it, dude.
So
Got some good stuff going on here. Like it's nothing.
like it's nothing. 45%.
Yeah, dude. God dang, 45%.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's a true 45, but it's something that's harder. So, but yeah. So the Ludus, what the Ludus means, the Ludus was a schoolhouse where the Roman gladiators trained. So there was multiple ludi throughout Rome, and the slaves, they could, they would get brought in. If you were a good slave, if you were a good fighter, if you trained well, you would get time in the arena. If you lived in the arena, I think it was like something around 70 fights. If you made it through 70 fights, you had the potential to earn your freedom if you had the crowd's favor. Damn. You had to have the crowd's favor. And so what we want to do is we want to take those ancient ways, those ancient methods and ideals and bring them into modern society. Because personally, I feel like modern society has become weakened. And I want to bring that strength back. I want to bring that masculinity back. I want to bring that brotherhood back. Brotherhood's the biggest aspect of our company because it's so powerful what you can do when you just got a bunch of the guys together and just getting after it. So
some of my best memories in college football was just, when COVID happened and it's like, hey, you come to the gym on your own terms.
Yep.
We would just come in and work out and it was a good time.
Yeah, dude. And like same thing, any sports teams, football is a great example. I mean, football is probably the closest that we have to the Roman arena of modern days. But you guys aren't killing each other. So, right. And that's fine.
Kinda, sometimes.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of history. If you ever are curious on the history, I think Spartacus on Stars, they're just releasing a new episode. It's coming out soon, I think. But that is a great place to learn about history because, at least for the majority of it, I don't know about the whole thing. They're very historically accurate. So they used the actual terms that the Romans would, and they showed the day in the life of not only the slaves, but the doctore, the lanista, and then the all of the other classes that were around. So,
and then how has that poured into the bag?
Yeah, so the bag, well, I mean, the real question when you're starting a company is what makes you different, right? So that's the only thing that the bag does. And then I just created a product that, is really good for the community and something that the community needs. We have a lot of other ideas and our team's working on building those out. So we want to bring much, much more new things to the community. But the bag really why are you different? Because you see any training, you see any t-shirt company, it's just, there's a million of them out in the world, but I wanted to make something that was different. But I also love the history aspect of it. So the history, it adds another piece. And it's really sunk true to, you know, how we started and what we got going on. I could get into that story after this.
Let me hit this set real quick.
Yeah.
You move that like it's butter. Like
that's what's supposed to happen, dude.
That's crazy.
But so yeah, so the history of, you know, how we started, started when we were on rotation, not deployment. I'll catch that right on the front end. So I was in Germany and Poland. My partner Rod, who's the head coach, you've seen him in some of the other footage we put out. So Rod and his guys were over in Romania, and this was during the COVID times. And so all the gyms got shut down. They really had nothing out there. And so it was him and his guys figuring out how they can hit a lift, how they could, you know, get some work done. And so they were lifting with metal bars, bricks, you name it. One of the guys at the time was watching that Spartacus, and he's like, bro, this is like the Ludus, like, dude, whoa. And it all turned into like this one big joke. Flash forward to, you know, when we got back, Rod sets up his garage gym and, you know, invites us, you know, to come over, and we're hitting it after work each day. And that was it for a long time. I end up moving to Georgia, and I read Ryan Daniel Moran's book, 12 Months to a Million. And that's when I started thinking about the different ideas on what can I make that's different, that the community needs, that solves a problem. That's when I came up with the bag. I called Rod. I was like, bro, you want to do this? He's like, yeah, man, let's do this. So it's been 2 years since. Now I'm in Cabo.
Now you're in Cabo.
Yeah. So
315, like butter.
And like, that's one of the things, dude, is like, you know, a majority of us, you know, end up lifting alone because people move and all of that. But dude, there's nothing like hitting a lift with the boys.
Right.
It's shitty. It's hot. You're tired. Right now, dude.
Exactly.
Like
early morning.
Like
night.
This is the best, dude.
This is about 3 or 4 hours of sleep at best.
Yeah. Just getting into the shit, sucking it. You don't care. You're going to get the work done, right? And you're going to get whatever it is that needs done. I don't know how many sets I've been doing, so I'll do one more. And then we can call it.
This is a ton of good stuff already.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And see, like, that's the thing is, like, I know that we have a really cool setup. It's just, this is like one of the first times that I'm getting in front of the camera. And like, it's just one of those things that I'm working on getting over. And so like, that's why I'm so appreciative for you, like, you know, like helping me out doing this, because it is a cool story. And it's just figuring out how we tell that story online, because, you know, you got maybe 5 seconds of someone's attention. And then, you know, they're on to the next reel. And people would really just want to be entertained. And honestly, that's probably a Ludus thing that we got to figure out is, are you not entertained? You know, Spartacus, like, or not Spartacus, movie Gladiator. Are you not entertained? Right. So technically it's the gladiator's job to do the entertaining. So a little fact check, but yeah, that's kind of where we at. I guess this is our arena.
Nice.
So nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm just thinking about this stuff as we're bullshitting.
Wait, that's the thing is, it's just, you're giving a ton of behind the scenes. It's very authentic.
Yeah.
That's all this is.
Yeah. All right, let's hit it. All right, we're gonna call that good because I'm tired.
Nice.
I don't want to break my knees or something.
I need a freaking chiropractor.
Yeah, dude.
Back's jacked up.
Well, and that's, you know, that's what I want to build into is I want to build this thing to like redefine the fitness industry, because I think fitness isn't being done really well right now.
Yeah.
And I think it can be done better. And so we got a lot of ideas It's just figuring out how to do it in the world that we live right now. Because, you know, everybody wants things fast. They, you know, they want to get the best deal on whatever it is that they're working, you know, doing. But I think the fitness industry has capitalized off that. You can look into, like, you know, supplements, training, coaching, really any product. Like, it's really not that high of quality, but for some reason they all have some super high price tag. And it's like, dude, like, people are trying to get healthy. Like, people are trying to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And why are you, you know, some company where it's probably corporate and, you know, their workers themselves are probably a bunch of fat fucks.
Yeah.
And so it's like, why?
Not even just that, but like dudes that like they don't even give a shit about lifting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're not even like out of shape trying to get in shape. They don't even give a shit. In the first
And it's
place.
like, dude, like what is a man's job? If you want to really get into it, what is a man's job? Protect and to provide, right? And you can, like, get more into that. But if you are not lethal, you're wrong. That's the way I see it. Because if you have kids, if you have a spouse, like, you damn well better be able to protect them. And, you know, not saying that you necessarily, like, should use your strength for, like, just to, like, assert dominance on others, but you should use it as a kind of, like, force for good, where, you know, people who are around you can feel safe. It's like, if a dude breaks into your house, like, you got to take care of that, right? And you only got a couple quick seconds, and, like, if I'm over here worried about my warm up, or I'm tired, or like a tiger doesn't warm up before it goes and hunts. It just hunts.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of different thinkings, and, like, there's a lot of different ways you can, like, get into it. I'm trying to just, like, hit the high notes.
Well, dude, this brand is like, the way you're describing everything is so blue collar.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, shut up, stop complaining, and work.
Yeah, shut up, get at it.
Yeah.
Right. Our motto is fight well, die well, undeniable. And so, fight well, die well is the English translation of the gladiator motto. So I wanted to take that for sure. And then undeniable, I was listening to a speech. I'll find out who it was, and I'll tag them just to give them credit. But they were saying, you know, be so good at what you do that you are undeniable in that, you know, realm or world, in that role. That's what it was. Be so good at what you do that you're undeniable in that role. And that really stuck with me. And I wanted to have that as part of our motto for our brand, because that's what we want to do. We want to be so good that it's undeniable that, like, the Ludus, I want to bring it to be a household name, for the betterment of society, not for capitalistic, materialistic things, for, you know, I get to hang out in Cabo, and you know, this is nothing. You know, friends, family, like, those true meaningful relationships, that's what means something. And if you can train yourself to protect that as well as you can, you want to look back on a day, and you want to say, yes, I did everything that I could, and I am the best person that I can be. And so that's the people who I want to build. I want to bring those people in.
Right.
So
here's a question then, before we even wrap this up.
Yeah.
So my question would be, if you could describe, so there's going to be people out there that probably relate to this a lot.
Yeah.
But they don't know if this is, like, their thing, like, this is somewhere where they belong.
Yeah.
So if you could describe, like, 3 characteristics, right?
Yeah.
Be like, hey, I think blue collar's a great example.
Blue collar is a great example.
I
Hard
think my
worker.
parents hard worker, right?
Hard worker.
I think my parents hard worker, right?
Hard worker, because it doesn't necessarily apply to blue collar. You know, there's doctors out there who do this shit. There's nurses. There's you know, like there's white collar jobs. There's office workers. Like I worked in after the Army, I got out, and for almost a year I worked in an office, and like I was looking around. There was no one like me.
Yeah.
But there's people out there who do exist in the white collar area too. But I would say, you know, hard workers, but blue collar is a good way to sum that up. Yeah.
So if you had 3 characteristics, you're like, if you're this, this, and this, you should be in the Ludus, man. You belong. Like your brothers are here, kind of thing.
If you are a hard worker, if you are a hard worker, I would say that to cover, you know, the blue collar piece. You're a hard worker, masculine, or want to be masculine and want to learn how to be masculine, and are just really looking for that brotherly bond and that team who's going to take you, and we're gonna get you whatever you need. I want to make sure that you're taken care of. We just launched some free ebooks for training. Jack Sorensen, he's our life change coach. So if you need a life change, he gave us some free stuff. We can get you training with him. We got a powerlifting program, and we have a strongman program. So check those out. They're free downloads. If you're interested, you know, DM us, email us. You know, it's me behind the screen. Like, it's me or Rod who's answering those messages. But yeah, I would say hard worker, someone who wants to get stuff done, or well, what did I say?
You said hard worker, masculine, and then you just like, you want that
hard worker,
brotherhood.
Hard worker, masculine, and someone who's looking for that brotherhood thing, right? It's like an intangible thing.
Someone that's going to hold you accountable. Someone that's going to, like, you can bounce stuff off.
Well, and you know, men, we learn things a little bit differently. We don't learn things face to face. We learn things shoulder to shoulder. So what are we going to do? We're going to get shoulder to shoulder with you, and we're going to handle it, whatever it is. If it's, you know, there's tons of mental barriers. There's physical barriers. There's spiritual barriers. Like, you can go down the list. There's family and financial barriers. And all of those things, that's a lot to figure out. Like, that is hard stuff. So I want to make sure that, you know, if you got the drive, you're taken care of, right? You are a gladiator, right? I want to build people from slaves to gladiators.
Nice.
Right? Who earn their freedom.
Yeah.
So
awesome,
that's probably the best way to roll it up.
This is really good.
Hell yeah.
And here we are with the bag.
Heading out in the gym, getting this nice beach view. Cabo, baby. Now we're going to go handle some meetings with millionaires and figure out what that looks like. I don't even freaking know what to do with that. I grew up on a farm in Ohio.
Just enter the arena.
Enter the arena, dude. There's a great quote called the Man in the Arena. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's a really great quote. But you know, the world is my arena, and I'm gonna earn its favor.
Love it, dude.
Hell yeah. Thanks,
that was really good.
Appreciate it.